Hi, I've had to do a voiceover, I'm afraid. Audio quality was not very good at all. This is a milling machine that I converted to CNC quite some time ago, but the computer on it broken. I had a leak in the roof of my garage, and that did for the computer. I've put the fourth axis on this machine. That is the chuck that you can just about see. I'd like to apologise for the video quality. It's a bit Blair Witch. So basically what we're doing is we're cutting the splines on the machine, and we're able to do this with a wizard in the Mac 3 software. That little part I showed you then was part of the what was a part of the adapter between the automatic gearbox and the transfer box. That's the control software running, and it's taking a cut in one axis, and then when it's finished taking a number of cuts, it will actually index, which for this particular spline, I think it was a 23 or 24 spline, it was quite an awkward one to divide, but the actual wizard makes it very simple. You just tell it how many splines you want, and it works out all the incremental moves. I think it's something like 16 or 15.251 something, and it does that every time, so it incrementally goes round that exact amount, and you end up with the spline shaft. So that saved a lot of hassle. I'm just using a little form cutter, got off eBay. That's the thing you can see moving backwards and forwards and spinning, and that did both of the splines. It seems to have done a very good job. I did have a lot of turning videos as well, but at the end of the day it was pretty boring stuff. It was just basically basically it was just turning shafts on my little Myford and turning down 50mm round bar down to about 42mm, and then all the different sizes. So I can take off about 1mm at a time on that machine, so obviously it's quite a slow process, so I thought I'd leave that content out. I hope that's okay. Yeah, I hope this gives you some idea of some of what was involved in making these shafts. I did have a slight problem with the milling machine setting up the fourth axis. I didn't set up enough power to the motor on the stepper motor, so when it got slightly warm it actually lost steps and carried on milling away at the shaft and ruined it. But never mind, so one went in the dustbin, or rather in my useful scrap pile for making something else. But now I've got the milling machine in a position where I can use it for all my other projects. It's a good piece of work done, and very happy with the way the shafts ended up turning out.
Don't worry about these snots on the end of there, that's just where I've used weld to, or a piece of steel welded on to drive it whilst I'm turning. Oh, it's tight this time. There you go. It ain't loose. Tight there. It's lovely there. Right, so that's my shaft with my two lots of splines. That's for the gear wheel. That obviously is to go in the transfer box. And yeah, this is a material that I can actually case harden. I'm not going to do that for the first one, but if it wears, then yeah, I might case harden it, go into that. But for right now I want to get it going. So that's where I'm at with that. Cool. Right, this is a bit hard to film. Well, it is the way I'm doing it. So what I'm trying to do is put this back together. I've put the parking brake back in. It's in there. Pull the pins back in. I'm going to put sealant around it. This is hopefully the last time it's going back. Well, last time it's going back together before it actually ends up perhaps on the vehicle. Exciting times. We shall see. Oops, stick some nice goo in there. Be good to have a steady hand to do stuff like this, but there we go, I don't, so work with what you got. So this is the other side of the case. That doesn't work too well, does it? The other side of the case. Nah, that's rubbish. Right, okay. I'm just going to put this together and see how it goes. One thing I'm trying to do is hold the, where is it, parking brake against that pad. You can just see, oh, there. Okay. Ruined another t-shirt. Excellent. Is that in the right place? Yes, that's in the right place. Happy days. I've ruined a t-shirt. Yes. It was old, but I quite liked it. Well, it was ruined, but never mind. Oh, oh, that's the shit that keeps on giving. Anyway, right. Let's screw the thing down before it changes its mind. Right, so that's happy with that. So the reason I'm having parking brake, well, it's kind of handy to be able another way of stopping a vehicle rolling off down a hill. If you've got a combustion vehicle, use bunging in gear. If your handbrake's a bit wonky or it's a very steep hill and you're a bit nervous, you don't have that luxury with electric because you have no compression and it can wander off. So it'd be nice to come back to the vehicle where you left it and not wrapped around somebody else's vehicle or in someone's hedge or something. Right. Just nipping them up. Trying to do it in a cross pattern, well, sort of. There you go, speed things up. Right, there's a bit of drag on there and I'm hoping I got the preload right because that's something that I had to sort out myself. So it may all have to come apart yet. Hopefully not for a new set of bearings, but if I've got it wrong, it will. Time will tell. There we go. Try and show you what I've done. I made a thing. So yeah, cool. I will reconvene this outside with a better, wider angle of filming and less gunge everywhere. How's that? That's quite a big step forward, believe it or not. the light really, this is rubbish. That's not going to come out very well, but between there and there you have an oil seal. Between there and there, the idea of that is keep the muck out. It's very glary at the moment, sorry about the light conditions. I want to get this filmed. So yeah.